Welcome to my 2025 studio tour. So this space is always changing. Gear moves around, things get swapped out, and setups evolve depending on what I'm into at the moment. But one thing stays the same. I like working in small focused pairs. Just one or two pieces of gear at a time. That way I can explore unexpected combinations or go deeper with something I want to learn better. And honestly, if I had the space, I'd have little mini setups all over my home. So in this video I will show you how I built my studio around that mindset and what gear earned a spot in my current setup. So let's dive in. So this is my main setup at the moment. And of course it's the Ableton Move paired up with the Polyend Synth. It's definitely where I spend most of my time right now. They complement each other in such a nice way, and I can definitely see myself making a video on this combo sometime soon. So here we have the Digitakt and the Digitone, also a great pairing, but for some reason I've not been using them that much lately, and that's the reason why I have them here on the desk within reach. It's to make me tempted to use them, and it definitely helps have them plugged in all the time so I can just start jamming with them. So this little setup is just the OPXY. It takes up almost no space, so it's pretty much always out on the desk. And I'm still using this a lot. I think it sounds fantastic. It's super easy to work with. And somehow the inspiration is still very much alive with this one. So it's definitely staying right here. And I might even be getting a new companion for this soon. More on that later in the video. Moving on to the Octatrack. So this is another one of those machines I really want to learn and use more. But as many of you know, this isn't exactly the easiest box to master. It takes time before it really clicks. One of my biggest hurdles, not just with the Octatrack but also with the Digitakt and the black box, is having enough good samples to work with. I feel like I need a huge go-to sample library already loaded in so I can just sit down and create. Digging through sample services, trying to find something usable is honestly one of my least favorite parts of the process. So if you guys know any good large sample libraries that works well with gear like the Octatrack, let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate any tips you might have. Okay, so here we have the Tascam Model 12. So this is the mixer that handles almost all the audio in the studio. It's been super reliable for everything I need, from tracking music for my videos to integrating smoothly with Ableton. It also looks great with those wood side panels. Next up is the Steinberg UR44. An audio interface I mostly use for setups with the iPad and other synths. It's simple, reliable, and does exactly what I need it to. 6 inputs and MIDI syncing, of course. Nothing fancy, but it works great for this kind of flexible routing. So these are the Genelec 8330A monitors. and I'm really happy with them overall, but I'm not entirely sure they are the best fit for my small room. I've had some issues with the frequencies around 80 to 100 Hz, but after calibrating and tweaking the settings, I've gotten to a point where they work just fine. They're super clean and detailed, so for now they're staying right here. And of course, the heart of everything digital in here, my M1 Pro MacBook Pro. It's been an absolute amazing machine, super stable, super fast. It's delivered great performance from day one. When it comes to DAWs, I've gone back and forth between Ableton and Logic, but now that I've gotten so into the move, I think I'm going to try and stick with Ableton for a while. That said, I do prefer how Logic handles MIDI keyboards, but we will see. Honestly, I rarely use a DAW for making music these days. It's mostly for arranging and mastering at this point. Alright, let's move over to the shelf. So this is the resting area for gear that's currently taking a little break. At the top we got some MIDI keyboards. Nothing too exciting, just standard stuff I keep around when I need them. Next shelf down is the TT303. It's a great little unit, but as of right now, I'm really not into that kind of music, so it's mostly here for display at the moment. And then, of course, the Synth Deluge. Definitely one of my all-time favorite devices, but even your favorite gear goes through quiet periods. That doesn't mean it's on its way out, it's just resting for now. I'm sure it will be back in the main spot soon enough. And also, here we have the 1010 Music Black Box. Like I mentioned earlier, I still struggle a bit with getting started on samplers like this, but I haven't given up on it. I really think the Black Box will have its moment. I'm just not quite there with it yet. I just need to find the right way to connect with it. Okay, so here we have the Ableton Push 3, and honestly, I'm a bit torn about this one right now. I actually have it listed for sale, but there hasn't been much interest, even at a pretty low price. The truth is, I find it hard to stay motivated to use it. It's kind of bulky and not something you just drop in your lap and jam with. I have made some great tracks on it, but these days nothing really happens when I sit down with it. Especially now when I have the Move, which is basically the opposite. Quick, portable, and instantly inspiring. I've even been thinking about trading the Push for an OP1 Field. Yeah, I know, I just sold mine. But I saw a few videos where it was paired with the OPXY, and it totally sparked something for me. Sequencing all those great OP1 Field sounds with the OPXY, that was always the missing piece for me. Anyway, we will see if that swap happens. But for now, the Push 3 is in limbo. And underneath here we have the Arturia Microfreak. Such a fun little synth. Honestly, there is not much to say other than it's fantastic. But it's been a while since it played a bigger role in anything I've made. Still, it's one of those pieces I'm glad to have around. Moving down, here we have the Machine Mark III, the controller. It's such a great piece of gear, but I think its best days might be behind it, at least in my setup. That said, I'm not planning to sell it anytime soon. I'm still holding out hope for a Machine Plus Mark II with upgraded hardware, and if that ever drops, I'll be first in line. So that's my studio in 2025. A mix of gear I use every day, some that's on standby, and setups that are always evolving. Working this way with small focused rigs keeps things inspiring for me. Let me know in the comments what your current setup looks like. That's all I had. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!